hold him any time.
Yeah. I think he's too big.
Oh, he's too big? He's not little like a puppy, huh?
Got him! I got him, Buster!
Go get him! Go get him!
Hi. It's been a while. I wasn't actually sure how to start this one. A lot of things have happened since the last time I sat down to make one of these. Ethan graduated high school, and in September, he'll be headed to the University of Oregon. Go Ducks. I haven't really traveled much this past year. So much of that time was dedicated to his senior year and being able to soak up what precious little time we've got left and plenty of track meets. But outside all of that, in normal life, it's been tough to find a good distraction, something to divert my attention away from the inevitability of Ethan leaving, because I am not having a good time with it. To put it in a kind of context, one of my all-time favorite bands is U2. And in the documentary about the making of my favorite U2 album, Achtung Baby, there's a quote from Bono that has stuck with me for more than 20 years. Now I'm paraphrasing, but it goes something like, "This is just the end of something. We have to go away and dream it all up again." I had the itch to take a road trip, to go get lost somewhere with my camera and a few rolls of film, a bottle of whiskey, just go process and experience and try to come to terms with what I know is coming and what I'm eventually going to have to reluctantly accept. Then, at his actual graduation party, playing basketball in the driveway, I ruptured my Achilles. That shit will put a damper on any plans you had real quick. It's the fucking worst. So now that those hopes of some kind of retreat have been dashed for the time being, I still feel like I can't delay the process of processing more than I already have. I've taken hundreds of rolls of film, thousands of frames of Ethan over the past 18 years, and just for me. Before he was even old enough to hold himself up. With this camera, my Canon AE1, camera I learned it all on, I wanted to preserve every bit of time that I could. But it was also before I had a job that afforded me insurance, and I couldn't afford a pair of prescription glasses, so all the photos came out blurry and out of focus. I know what all of these photos, every frame of film, means to me. But I've never asked him what they mean to him. For those who may be unfamiliar, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Ethan McGillen. I'm his son. I'm 18, about to head off to college. Super excited.
Good, there we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a handful of photographs that I've taken of you over the years, and I just want to get your thoughts, ask you a question or two, see what you might remember about those times. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay. First photo.
Man, my scar's still there.
Your Harry Potter scar.
How long was that after it?
Oh, geez. A couple years.
Yeah, it is my Harry Potter scar. You taught me early to look good for pictures.
Do you remember that camping trip?
Is that the one where we had ravioli in a can?
Yeah.
Where it was super cold?
Yeah.
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 And I remember like my feet, I'd like be in a ball at night and like try to put my feet down and it'd be super cold and I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to.
Where you tried to fish, we couldn't catch anything. And then when we woke up, all of our food and water was frozen.
Yeah.
And you wanted to go home. So we went home.
I do remember. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, all I remember was just like, I would be in a ball and and then I'd feel uncomfortable and then put my feet down to like stretch out. And the bottom of my sleeping bag was like 15 degrees outside. So it was, oh my gosh, it was super. But the ravioli was good the night before.
Okay. Next photograph.
I see these ones all the time of like at the beach. I don't remember. Well, no, I do remember the sand being in the jeans because it was not comfortable. It was very, I was not happy with the sand everywhere.
Do you remember that camping trip? Do you remember even where that is? That's when we went back home, that's in Washington. That's Long Beach, Washington.
I don't even know how I like was laying in the sand and jeans in the soaking wet water. Was it cold? I bet it was.
It was cold, but like it was July, so it was
Yeah.
cold but not cold.
Yeah.
It was Washington warm.
Well, yeah, little Texas
Texas
boy. Yeah.
Okay, next photograph.
I do remember these photo shoots in the room because I remember having to put up the background. We had to put up the background.
Do you remember the deals that we would make that you let me take your picture? Do you remember those kind of deals?
Do.
What were they?
Those were the best kind of deals because if I'd want, I don't know, a skin in Fortnite or a Lego set or whatever, I'd always be a little like antsy to ask because I didn't want to ask and like, I don't know, seem ungrateful or something. But then when you bring up the deal, it was like, ooh, you know, it's benefiting everyone. Might as well partake in this deal.
When I would point the camera at you back then, do you remember knowing that you were going to get something out of it? Legos, Fortnite, V-Bucks, whatever. Do you remember if you felt like obligated, like, oh my God, he's asking again? Or were you excited because you were going to get something out of it? Or both?
I feel like it was almost in stages because at first it would be like I would have in my head, I'm getting Legos out of this or I'm getting V-Bucks out of this. It was like, this is going to be great. And then we'd be like halfway through and I was like, okay, I'm over it. Like I'm ready to be done. It's time to go play Fortnite or go build Legos.
Hence the expression on your face.
But then at the end, it would be like, okay, that wasn't bad. Like, I was happy to do it. I always liked the pictures that came out of it. Obviously, I've kept doing it for 18 years. So, but I always love the pictures that come out of it. So I was like, at the end was like, okay, it was worth it. But
When you look back on any time that I would ask you to take a picture, do you feel different when I have to take your picture, when I ask to take your picture, or when somebody else wants to take your picture, like mom?
every time someone else has asked me to take a picture, I'll like put on my, like,
Your cheese.
yeah. But like, I don't know. Every time you took pictures of me, it felt like it was just me. And like, cause you never asked me to like smile or like, it was always just myself, an expression. Always look off in the distance like you're just being you or whatever. It felt more real. Cause all the other pictures I have to put on the smile and then immediately after it's like it never happened. So I feel like the only good pictures I have are with other people, friends and family, or yours. So.
Okay, next photograph. This photograph is one that I think you probably will remember the least. I'm just looking at your face. I don't think you remember this picture at all. But to help jog your memory, this picture was taken in the place where we used to go exploring.
Is this the rock pile?
Mm-hmm. What do you remember about exploring in the rock pile?
I remember it was a neighborhood being built or something, and we'd go all the time because, I mean, I don't know why I loved it so much, but it was just piles of like the mud rocks that would like fall apart when you threw them or whatever. But they were like, I don't know, felt like I was climbing a mountain or destroying something anytime I walked. And my hair was so straight. That's so crazy. And I noticed this yesterday because I took a picture for my ID card for Oregon. And my face, like, because you took the front facing camera picture and then it shows you the picture before you submit it and it flipped it. And I was like, wow, my face is not symmetrical. Like, it was like, it flipped and it looked like I was like, like crooked.
I have the same abnormality.
But I can see where it would be from now because my chin's off to the left or, man.
Okay, next photograph. What do you remember about this place?
Is this Glacier?
This is Glacier.
I do remember this trip partially. I really liked it out there. I feel like that and the Grand Canyon were like, those are what made me want to go out into see nature and stuff and go hiking and things. Like for Oregon, I'm super excited because all the stuff out there, I'm an hour from the coast, I'm an hour from the mountains, so I can go do fun stuff, but I can also just go see stuff like this. And that camera, that Polaroid, I still have it. It's in 2 pieces right now. It still works, but I took it apart to paint it, and Brandon turned on the sprinklers, and it was outside drying, so it got soaking wet, but it still works. It's just, I haven't put it back together yet. Like, I took a picture with it apart, and I still put out a picture that worked, but I do remember asking for film, and like we'd go to the store and get some.
Do you remember on this trip that we stayed in a teepee?
I do remember that. Wow. I do now. Yeah.
Do you remember anything about what we would do in Glacier, specifically how cold the water was? You don't? You don't remember shooting your arm into the water to grab rocks?
Oh, yeah. I do remember that. Because it was, it was so cold where I would but the rocks were like right there. So it was like, I could get it. but I didn't want to stay in the water because it was freezing cold.
I mean, it's glacier water.
Yeah. It was cold. It was frigid.
All right, next picture.
My eye is super green in this.
I'm also not sure if you might remember these were taken during the pandemic when you got back from Mexico.
It looks like it because my hair is starting to curl up, meaning this was after the shave of the head and the amazing haircut. But I do look older.
What do you remember most about having to go to Mexico for all those months as an exchange student?
I remember at the start feeling really alone and wanting to come back because maybe like 2-3 weeks before, I got a book that was like, learn Spanish. And I maybe went in it 3 times. So I really went in underprepared, got there, and I mean, everyone there at first was like, talking to me in English, but then you can't learn Spanish if you're just talking English the whole time. So they would be like, okay, we're not gonna talk to you. We're not gonna answer you unless it's in Spanish. And so it was super isolating. And then I would have to watch TV in Spanish, listen to music in Spanish, but then it did started helping, and I got pretty conversational. Friends were starting to come by because everyone knew me because I was the only white kid they'd ever seen in person, but I didn't know anyone until, a month before I left. And I remember I was playing Wii. The 2-week vacation had hit from the spring break, and I was playing Super Mario on the Wii, and my mom called and said, hey, I'm coming to get you in 12 hours. Be ready. So I had to pack up my whole life. I got to say bye to one person, and so it's like I had spent all this time trying to build these relationships, and it just got yanked away from me because of the pandemic. And I got home and I was still finishing my school year. So I was a foreign exchange student in my living room on Zoom, still speaking Spanish to them, but then Alex was right next to me doing his classes. So it was like right when I got comfortable, it just yanked me away.
When you came back, the world had changed, and so much of our lives of what seemed normal had just kind of stopped. Do you think that's had any sort of lingering impact on you, or do you think that you were pretty resilient enough that enough time's gone by and you're you now?
I feel like I don't really know because I've just been living it the whole time, and I don't know the opposite because before Mexico, it seems like a different lifetime. Like I remember stuff from it, but it's like I already have a bad memory. So it's like that's a barrier. And before that is a different person. I came back. Quarantine was hard because I couldn't talk to all my friends. I came home missing everyone, didn't get to see anyone. Then I went back to school in masks, so I still didn't really get to see anyone. But then, I don't know, it kind of made me want to be more outgoing so I could go see them because I was kind of sick of staying at home, not doing anything, or like playing video games online with friends. So I feel like if anything, it made me more outgoing. Like I still feel I want my own time. I want to be in my room alone. And I also want to be out and like seeing all my friends, which is hard right now because everyone's leaving for college and I don't leave for another month and a half.
Do you remember the trip that we took to go back to Washington right before you went to Mexico?
Give me some reminders.
Do you remember how long your hair was?
I do. That's when my foot, I think I kicked a step or something walking up steps because that was when Uncle Brandon was there, right?
And we went to his lake house?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember kicking the step and my toe got messed up and like was infected. It sucked. But I remember jumping in the water. My hair was crazy long, but it was still straight, so it looked like I was from Stranger Things. My hair was super long. And I remember watching, oh my gosh, The Inside Job or The Inside Man, whichever one where they're in.
With Denzel
Yeah.
on the bank. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Next photograph. Do you remember this Colorado trip?
I remember not liking that jacket. That thing was itchy as heck. I wanted to get out of that as fast as I could. That was one time where it was like, nah, I don't want to take pictures right now. But it wasn't because of the pictures, because that jacket was, I mean, it looks good though. But it was super itchy on my back. This is when we stayed at that lady's house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the unsuccessful attempt at surfing the dunes this trip?
I do. We didn't know that you needed, we brought a boogie board and we didn't know that you needed wax to go down. And even if we had wax, I think the boogie board wouldn't have worked.
No.
So you need wax to slide down the sand. So we put our shoes in the car and we started trekking out and it was like, man, this is hot. I mean, it was so hot on our feet. And when I tried it, I mean, we were running back to the car, but then throwing the boogie board down to stand on it.
Well, then what about this picture?
This was way more fun. I love that shirt too. I don't know where it went, but I remember this. We looked it up. We knew what to do. Got the wood sandboard.
Do you remember how you found the wax?
It was in the sand, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We just happened to walk across it because we didn't know about it before.
Nope.
So we saw it and it was like, we tried it without first
Yeah.
and it was like, okay, this still isn't working. And then we saw it and was like, maybe we try it.
Yeah, I remember I thought it was an apple slice. You thought it was a piece of cheese. And then we decided to go back and try a bigger dune. And you had that aha moment where you're like, this is not a piece of cheese or whatever you said. Ran back, got it. I told you to wax that board like you were getting ready to take off into outer space.
I felt like it too, because what I remember from this was every time I'd go down on the big dune, it was rocky at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd hit and like my butt would just get smashed with these rocks and pebbles. So it hurt when I got down, but then I'd run right back up to go to the top to do it again.
Have you always felt fearless?
No, I definitely remember like, well, I guess I would feel scared all the time, and I still do, but I've gotten more to the point where I hide that until after the fact, so that way I just, for myself, to commit to it so I don't keep thinking about it over and over again, but also I don't want to seem like a loser.
Well, then what gives you pause? What scares you?
I don't know. Life is, I don't know, because physical things don't scare me as much. Because I'll jump off a cliff and do sand duning and pole vault 16 feet in the air. But then I feel like I'm looking for the thrill right now because, I'll watch scary movies. It doesn't really scare me anymore. I'll probably college the most right now, being separated from everyone. But even that, I'm just excited to go figure it out.
So you think that's your next adventure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next photograph. Do you remember how we reacted when you said you didn't want to play baseball anymore?
I remember I didn't want to do it. And you guys were like, you committed, so you have to play the rest of the season or whatever it was. Then I remember trying out for baseball for the high school. And like the whole time I was like, I don't want to do this. And it was cold and I just did not want to do it.
What made you pick pole vault instead?
At first, it was because my experience with baseball was good. And then we had Coach Ernie, which kind of put me off of it. And then I went to Mexico, didn't think about it at all. Came back and I joined a rec team just to play with my friends for fun, and that was fun. But then getting back into it in high school would have been more competitive. And at the same time, I started track and pole vault in 8th grade, and I wanted to beat Mom in pole vault because she did it in college. So I wanted to beat her. And freshman year, track was fun, and my friends in there were way more fun. And baseball just kind of seemed like a side thought and something I didn't want to put my time and effort into. And then once I started flying, I knew I made the right choice.
So when you look back at all your years and the talent that you had in baseball, especially pitching, has there ever been any doubt that you didn't make the right choice?
No. I'm very confident that I chose what was best for me and what I would have enjoyed more. And I mean, I miss base running, but at the same time, that's just running around in the ring, just like track is. So
You're going to the University of Oregon, and you have all the marks to walk on as a pole vaulter. Have you decided if you're going to pursue it?
I haven't yet. Kind of waiting for orientation to see what my life will be like before I decide, because that's when I walk on, that'll be my life, is pole vault. And I don't know if I want to just do pole vault. And I feel like with pole vault, I can do it as fun, like when I'm home, and just go to Express for once or twice, a couple lessons. But I want to still work out and run and stuff, but maybe Masters I'll be a pole vaulter again.
Looking back on your pole vault career, all of your accomplishments, even your divisional national championship win last year at MacVault, what does pole vault mean?
At first it was just a competition to beat Mom, but now it's turned into one of the best things of my life because it's given me, relationships with people that are lifelong friends, and my current girlfriend. It's amazing. And the places I've been able to go with it and just flying through the air is so cool and so unique, and it's not a feeling you can get anywhere else. So it's amazing.
I don't see a downside of ever having too much of a good thing. But then, what do you do with all that good once you've got it? Ah, shit. I have more photos than I'll ever know what to do with, let alone space on any number of walls to ever hang them. Every single frame of film I've ever captured of you takes me to a time and a place that I wish I could retreat back into. those are the times and places where I was the absolute happiest. Frigid nights in a tent, trading Legos for rolls of film, going fishing and never getting a goddamn nibble, 12-hour drives to Colorado, visiting new places together for the first time, miserably sweaty weekends at the ballpark watching you pitch. File all of this away under things you'll understand if you ever have kids. Last questions. Right now, when you reflect on all that time that's passed in the photos that I've shown you, what stands out the most?
I liked seeing all of them and growing up through all that and remembering all the times that we had. And it's pretty cool to see like different points, because I didn't remember most of that until, like the rock piles or Glacier. Like I knew that was a thing, but I haven't had a reason to think about it. And
what do you remember about me always having a camera pointed at your face?
I remember people thinking it was cool. Like I remember in school when your pictures would be shown at some point, they'd be like, wow, you're a model. And I was like, no, I'm not a model. It's just pictures. But I do like getting my picture taken, and I think that's because of you.
So when you leave and you go to school, how relieved will you be knowing that I won't be hiding around the corner waiting to jump out and take your picture?
I don't think it'll be like relief. I'll probably end up missing it. But there won't be any deals to be made, so.
Follow up, what deals will we make now and in the future? What are you going to want to trade for?
Because like Mom likes to say, my tastes have got a little expensive. So
yeah,
rolls of film aren't really.
No, it'll be bottles of wine.
Yeah, we'll see.
Last question. Can I take your picture one more time before you go to college?
Of course.
Let's do it.
I was explaining to people the other night that I might have got a little bit wrong. This is just the end of something for you too. It's no big deal, just we have to go away and just dream it all up again.